Hey, what's up? My name is Kate. I'm a licensed counselor and makeup artist. Just getting ready. Actually, I already got ready for my day, and now I just wanted to talk about some of my favorite makeup recently. And oh, I guess this is not makeup, but I'll start with Monster. I used to drink Monster when I worked inpatient psych when I was in my 20s. Gosh, 28, around that age. And I worked overnight 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. But it would end up extending till 7 a.m. So a 16-hour overnight shift with mentally ill patients. The patients have always been great, but just staying up so late was difficult. So once we had like a rush of people coming in, I would pop the Monster and chug it and then go through the night like seeing a bunch of clients. So that's a happy memory associated with Monster. I just saw it at Aldi, which I feel like it's not usually sold there. I don't know. It was like memory lane. So some of the makeup, I'll start with this Gucci lipstick that I'm wearing right now in the shade Lucy, dark orange. These have like a strong floral scent, which put me off initially, but I got this one at TJ Maxx for like half the price. And I really love the color with my hair and everything. So that's the first thing. I've been going through all of my bronzers recently. So I'm going to update. I've used 4 out of the 5. So once I use the fifth one tomorrow or something, I can say something about each one, but this Pat McGrath Labs is still one of my favorite compacts. Like, it's just so beautiful. I had a blush, again, got it on sale. I had a blush in this compact form too, but something about the blush shades have not worked out for me. But I am wearing down the imprint, and this is a beautiful contouring shade. So I actually have it on top of another more glowy bronzer, and it really gives that little natural deep shadow without being too much, I don't think. Um, I really enjoyed using this one today. It's been a minute since I have. And then these two liquid liners, they're both from L'Oreal. This one is the Haute Precision liquid liner in the brown shade. And I'm wearing the black one today. It is the L'Oreal Super Slim Infallible eyeliner. And they just have a really nice felt tip, and it comes out really opaque on the eye. So those are all the favorite products, and I'll just talk a little bit about what has been interesting and inspiring me recently. So I finally pulled the trigger on Margot Miller's online course membership. It's called Her Unapologetic Success, and then the course is called The Upgrade. And I've been learning so much. I've been really enjoying it, and I'm hoping to make that goal to, in addition to my own counseling private practice, which is going really well, to start like having a course format with of multiple people at the same time. So I'm really excited, and it just feels good to be like interested in something and inspired. And I feel like I'm really working on my physical health. Like that's been my goal for a while now, but I've been kind of like slacking off, you know what I mean? Like eating junk food, eating a lot of food, emotional eating, all that stuff. And this book by Joe Dispenza, he talks about, breaking the habit of being yourself. And one line he uses, like in affirmations, like first thing in the morning, say to yourself, like, today is the day I change my life. This is the first day of the rest of my life, things like that. And Margot Miller, I love her content. I'm going through it, and she talks about shifting into this different identity, this different character, role, persona that you create for yourself. Someone who is certain, trusting that you know what you know. And like, it just feels so good to expand professionally. The things that people care about are money, love, and health. And so, the way we think about ourselves, the limiting beliefs we've inherited from the future affect all three of those areas, which is why you see people starting to thrive in every way once they start to finally work on that self internal like mindset, I guess you could say, or internal state. So I've really been like intentional about like listening to positive affirmations. Like last night, I couldn't sleep. At one point, I woke up in the night and I listened to the affirmations for like a good hour, maybe longer. And then I was able to sleep again, and it was so peaceful. And like, yeah, it just does something, like just programming these positive messages into your mind, because what was programmed into your mind at some point likely was a lot of negative messages, or in a tricky case, nothing, right? So when there's neglect, when there's just a lack of content, you fill in that space. You might fill it in with self-critical thoughts. So reparenting yourself like a loving parent, saying kind things to yourself, or listening to other people say them at first can be super helpful. And I think I'll probably start recording some affirmations videos and things like that. So if you're interested, I'll provide, information for it. But I'm really excited. Like, I love making content about makeup and just like talking about life, but I've struggled to do it professionally in a way that makes sense. Like when I'm one-on-one with a client, it flows from me, but when it's just me with a blank canvas like this, I can sometimes struggle to know what to say. But I definitely have my little sayings and my same stories and parables that I find myself sharing over and over with clients in sessions. And so I think that's a good place for me to begin. Wow, a long-winded and different update. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.